there. Welcome to episode 14 of Practice Your Positive Daily. I am Sass, your podcast host, your pal, your friend, your coach, your head trainer for team positivity. I'm so happy you're here. I had a great day. I ate food. I sat on a couch. I slept in a bed. I talked to some great people. The sun was shining. Really, it was a great day. What more could you ask for? But we have a podcast today, and that makes me even happier. I've been excited for this one for a while now. I've been chomping at the bit to get this one. I'm so happy to bring it to you. And it's a cross-training episode. So if you've been following along, we have these little different segments, the vibe check, parenting your positive, power your positive. And so the angle today is cross-training. When you train your body for a sport, it makes sense that you have some cross training. When I was a boxer, road work, running was the cross training. You really need to get up your cardiovascular. You could have great skills. You could have great combinations, hand speed, power, all of that. But if you don't have the energy to get through a bout, if you gas out halfway through, you aren't going to win. When we're kids, we say sharing is caring. And yet somehow as an adult, when you use that phrase, there's like a little bit of sarcasm or snideness attached to it. Like, oh, sharing is caring. But it's true. We lose that as adults. I know sometimes, especially when I was living in the nitty gritty city, someone would look at me or talk to me, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, what do they want? Leave me alone. That is not sharing. Experience has taught me that what I put out in the world comes back to me. And that's something I had to learn firsthand. I've had friends, people have told me that, I've heard that phrase, but not until I started doing it and living that way could I really see the benefit. Could I really see how what I put out came back to me? And generosity is chef's kiss, generosity. I am generous with the world. I am generous with the people in my life. I am generous with myself. And that fuels my connection to others. It helps me see other people as the same team, as a cooperative team, whether it's neighbors or friends or other parents or coworkers. And when I give to others, when I'm generous with others, you know what? I'm more comfortable receiving. When I ask for help, when I need help and someone offers me help, I accept it. It hasn't always been easy for me to accept help. And maybe that's you. I know that comes up sometimes, especially when I talk to other women. And one way that I helped with that is I became generous, and not like an obligatory generosity, like a real generosity of your spirit, of your time, of your energy. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We talk about generosity as adults. Maybe part of the reason we have a little bit of that snideness or that skepticism is because we think of money. Let's just start with money. Listen, you know what you make, you know your expenses, you know where your money goes. So only you can decide or determine if you can share your resources. I ask myself, do I have resources to share? Where does my money go? What is the value that I want my money to bring to the world, to other people? And I've made some decisions over the past years that have allowed me to be more generous. And it's not in that I make more money or I necessarily have more money, but where my money goes and the value I want from my money, the things that I value has changed over the years. And honestly, practicing my positive and leveling up my mindset, I don't spend as much money. I know, side benefit here, right? Because I'm not filling that hole. I don't do as much retail therapy. I don't just go to TJ Maxx because it's bored and I'm late and I'm lonely, and I don't go and spend $50 here. And I don't do as many Target runs. I just don't feel the need to fill the void with stuff as much as I used to. So I have more money. For me, the answer is yes. I try to be generous with my money. Maybe it works for you. There, we talked about money. Now let's talk about generosity in the million, infinite other ways that we can be generous with other people, that we can voluntarily put good out into the world to transform the world, to transform our lives. So what else can you share? Maybe generosity, as I said, isn't something that you've thought about in a while. Or, hey, maybe you donate to, this organization and that organization, and you do tip your folks that help you. And so you're like, how else can I be generous? So let's brainstorm. Let's just throw out some other great ways that we can be generous with others. Are you ready? How about if we're generous with our time? When we refuse to rush, generosity with taking a turn, generosity with your time, with I can do that, I can unload the groceries, I can write that report. There's a generosity of our time, especially when we slow down. We slow down enough to see the opportunities, to see the folks that maybe need help. We can be gracious and generous with our attention. The same attention that we stare at our screens with, we could give that generous attention to others. This looks like eye contact. This looks like fully listening, not being on your phone. Generosity with your attention, change your world. I can be generous with my patience. This is related to time. Again, when we slow down, we calm down. We have more to give. It's like you wouldn't deliver pizzas at 60 miles an hour and just huck them out the window. That's crazy. It's the same with our attention and our time. Slow down, give them that patience. Don't rush your kiddo, your coworker, your friend, your dog. How about generous with our knowledge and our experience? We are all coaches. We all know something, did something, heard something, shared something, live with something that could benefit someone else. And look, this doesn't have to be advice. It doesn't mean that you have to walk around telling everybody unsolicited advice for how to live their lives. Generosity with our coworkers, generosity with our time and our attention and our patience and our knowledge. Wow, what a difference that makes at work. What a difference. How about generous with your support? We don't know what other people are going through. And so the only way to live life, because we don't know everyone's individual story at all times, is to be generous and gracious and positive with everybody, because you just don't know. And so that support that you can give can make the world of difference to somebody in one day. And that'll take me right from support into compliments. One of my goals every day is to compliment like at least 3 people. When you look at someone, you can often see something about their appearance, about what they're doing that they take pride in or they value. Once you see that, just compliment it. It costs you nothing. It takes 0.01 second to say something nice, to compliment someone else, to support someone else. And what you get back, you get so much back, right? They smile, you get a nice interaction, you get a warm fuzzy. Let's keep going. Okay, the last 2. I'm so excited about this. The last 2 things that I think we could be generous with are our energy and touch. So energy, this is too kind of the support, but that kindness, that authenticity, an expression, a smile. I love sharing my energy. I love sharing kindness and support and even just goofy stuff. Authenticity, do that. Share your energy, whatever energy you have. And listen, we all have different flavors. I get it. I have little dog energy. I know it. So we all come in different flavors. If you are shyer or you're introverted or you have, a smaller social battery, choose other ways. Send cards. I love sending cards. Everybody gets a card. What does it cost me? I don't know, $5 for a box of cards. What does it make me do? Pause, think about, reflect, show gratitude, show generosity. And the last one is generous with touch. And again, we're all built differently. I'm a touchy-feely person. I'm a hugger. But open up those ways, right? A little nux to somebody else, to, a coworker. Huge to bridge that gap, to get us connected, to get us plugged in, to get us out of our heads and into our hearts where all the magic happens. We have dozens of opportunities to share with other people. How exciting. And what a lovely world we build when we are generous with each other, when we give people the time, the attention, the energy, the patience, the support, and all of those cost nothing. And they are low time too. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of attention and intentionality. So that is it. Today's training, be generous. Practice being generous at least 3 times today. Bonus points for those of you A+ gold star overachievers out there. Bonus points is do good without someone else knowing. Do good and go away. This is a little bit of a foil to make sure that we're not just being generous out of our ego. We're not looking for some sort of, spotlight or pedestal. We're doing this because it's the right thing to do. We're doing this because it'll boost our positivity. We're doing this because it'll boost someone else's positivity. And you and me, what I give to you, I give to me. What I give to me, I give to you. So why not be generous with all the beautiful gifts that we have? I love you so much. So be generous today. I will see you tomorrow.